it would seem to me that it's not too late to think about that book coming into existence, coming into the world, because it's a fantastic collection of photos. Some of them are on the walls, but if you look at even just the fronts of those packets, which are all different, you'll see the tremendous variety, and you'll see the photographer's eye and the sense of beauty. And then I saw that little quotation that was handed out about her, which I'm also, and my wife Lorna were also mentioned in there. I had never seen that before, but this is true. She talked to flowers, and she says we laughed at her, but you know, I don't know that we really did laugh at her, because it was something very special about the way she viewed nature. She didn't start out that way. She started out actually, and our connections really initially were through theater and music, both of which I'm involved in, and both of which, of course, Diane was born into that milieu because of her father, and then later also, she herself became a really wonderful theater photographer with an uncanny ability to find action and motion, and to find the height of the action in the theater. And you can see that in the booklet that she did for the Actors Company, which was the original Juilliard ensemble, I believe. And that's quite a remarkable achievement. And of course, she also did portraits and all sorts of other things too, and her eye there is remarkable. But it's to the nature photography that I particularly relate to, and even though the theatrical and musical stuff is meaningful to me too. But those pictures of Wild Long Island, some of those places still exist, some of them, alas, are now spoiled. But it's something we should cherish and treasure, and which should continue to speak for Diane and for all of us in preserving what's left of wild and beautiful Long Island. And that's the memories that I wanted to share with you. Thanks.
I'm Priscilla Campbell, and I met Diane 17 years ago. I guess when Alexander was about 3, how old are you, Alexander? 20?
22.
Right. So I met her 17 years ago, the year of her diagnosis, I think it was. And I actually met her through our children. My kids were playing at the park, and Alexander was there with his nanny, and they shared names, and Diane did the research that only us know what Diane can do with research, and found me and found my children again about 2 weeks after that encounter at the park. And we became friends for 17 years through this incredible journey, a real mountain that she climbed. My memories of her are really how she felt about Alexander and Kenton. And she thought the world of them as we thought of her. And she thought of Kenton as her angel. In fact, she always told me that, as I'm sure she did with all of you. And I just want both of them to know how much you meant to her and how much she shared that with us. Thank you.
And I live in Sagaponack. And Diane, to me, was the gift of Sagaponack. When I first moved out here, Sagaponack was not on the Weather Channel. There was nothing for sale. It was just farm fields. And people couldn't understand why I moved here from the city. You know, nobody could spell Sagaponack, remember how to pronounce it. And Diane started with these photographs and the pictures. And I would send these images to my friends, wherever they were, in far uglier places. And they then understood why I had moved to Sagaponack. And I treasure these images of the way it used to be, and I treasure all my memories of Diane. Thank you.
I was a part of this congregation for about 8 or 9 years, and we built a building like this for occasions like this, to display such beautiful things, so that we could you all see the common humanity that we have for one another on occasions like this. Kenton, I want to tell you something. I want to tell it square and fair to the both of you. I have never, in all the years that I've been in ministry, and I just had my 79th birthday last week, but in ministry, about 55, 58 years, I have never seen such devotion of a mate for his woman. You literally went into the valley of the shadow of death a number of times. And you wouldn't give in to the hospitals that said, let her go, or the doctor that said that let her go. And you said, no, I won't leave her here, I'll take her home. And you stayed with her. And you slept with her to the very end. Kenton, you're a real mensch.
Wouldn't you do that, George?
A real mensch. Dear friend and dear son, and my, I didn't recognize you. We'll have to build bigger churches to put you in. Go to the Whalers Church, that's where I'm now. But seriously, we respect you at this time. And the greatest gift that any one of us can give to one another at times like this is our own selves. And you have come. And I thank you on behalf of this family that you're here this afternoon in such beauty. God keep your family. And may the spirit that surrounds us in all our common humanity surround you into the future as you go. Knowing that there are people who are supporting you and love you to the end.
Thank you.